So I used to be like, oh, I got Mike. And he's like, oh, you want to guard me? I'm like, yeah, because you can't triple me. And back then we used to handle. You ain't got no handle.
Michael said, I'm going to play another 18. Chuck said, we got a game tonight. He says, I'll be good. We get to the game. David, you got this guy. Charles, you got this guy. Michael, you got this guy. Michael says, no, I got the point guard. What? You don't want to guard the two guard? Michael's kind of leaned down. Michael looked and said, I said I got the point guard. He said some shit about me in the newspaper, and I'm going to get him. And we're looking around like, uh-oh, this little kid in trouble.
Michael Jordan needs no introduction. His name is known even by those who've never watched a basketball game. When it comes to discussing the greatest players in NBA history, Jordan is always at the center of the conversation. Widely regarded as the GOAT, greatest of all time, his influence stretches far beyond the court, shaping popular culture and inspiring generations of fans. Whether you saw him dominate with the Chicago Bulls in real time or only through highlight reels, Jordan's legendary moments are forever etched in basketball history. But what did other NBA legends think of him? What do the greats who played with, against or after him have to say about his impact on the game? Let's explore their stories to understand how Michael Jordan earned his place as the greatest of the great. When Jordan entered the NBA as a rookie, Larry Bird was arguably the league's top player. Their paths crossed dramatically in the 1986 playoffs when Jordan's Chicago Bulls faced Bird's Boston Celtics. That Celtics team, considered one of the most dominant in history, was loaded with talent. Meanwhile, Jordan was practically a one-man army for Chicago. Bird later recalled that every starter on that elite Celtics team, each known for strong defense, took turns trying to stop Jordan. None succeeded. Jordan exploded for 63 points, setting an NBA playoff record. Although the Bulls lost the game due to a lack of support around him, Jordan's performance was a jaw-dropping display of individual brilliance. That night marked his arrival, a defining moment that signaled the league's future. As Bird and the legendary '86 Celtics neared the end of their run, it became clear Michael Jordan was next in line to take over the NBA.
An incredible playoff performance. I've never seen it before, and I had never seen it after. That wasn't Michael Jordan out there. That was God disguised as Michael.
This moment has become legendary, the origin of Michael Jordan's iconic nickname, his airness. What made it even more powerful was who said it. Larry Bird. A three-time MVP and one of the fiercest competitors the NBA has ever seen, Bird was known for his relentless trash talk and almost never gave credit to opponents. So when he acknowledged Jordan's greatness, it was like passing the torch, a sign that a new era had begun. It's impossible to talk about Bird without mentioning Magic Johnson. Their rivalry defined the NBA throughout the 1980s with their battles in the finals, elevating the league and making them its biggest stars. Despite their fierce competition, the two developed a strong friendship over the years. By 1992, during the legendary Dream Team run, the basketball world witnessed an unforgettable Olympic campaign. It united the game's past and present. Bird and Magic, the faces of a decade, joined forces with Michael Jordan, the NBA's new dominant force. Jordan had just won back-to-back championships and defeated Magic in the 1991 NBA Finals firmly, establishing himself as the best player in the world. Still, Jordan wanted to make it official. One day he boarded the team, bus walked right past Magic and Bird and told them point blank, their time was over. The league belonged to him now.
I just want you two to know there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yes. And we had dominated the league, both Larry and I, and the Celtics and Lakers for the whole entire the 80s. And so it was his turn. And so he just sat back, had his cigar, and just said, it's my league now.
Wow.
And
it's like a bad movie.
You know what we did, Jimmy?
What?
We said, you're right.
Magic and Bird had no choice but to agree Jordan had taken over the NBA. There was nothing left to prove. That's how the legends who came before him saw Michael Jordan. But what about the next generation, the young stars entering the league? Hoping to one day take the torch from him, in the late 90s, one of those rising stars was Kevin Garnett. Known today as one of the most intense and fearless competitors in NBA history, Garnett built a reputation on relentless trash talk and unmatched energy. But as a rookie, he made the mistake of directing that fire at the wrong person, Michael Jordan. During a game against the Bulls, one of Garnett's teammates was having a standout performance. Fueled by excitement, Garnett got vocal trash talking. Not just the Bulls, but Jordan himself. Caught up in the moment, he didn't realize Jordan was listening until it was too late. The atmosphere shifted. Garnett could feel it. Jordan had heard every word, and he had taken it personally. When that happens, the outcome is never in your favor.
I can't even really describe the next 67 minutes of play, y'all. In this next 67 minutes of play, y'all, we get two, not one, two 10-second calls. You know, we bring the ball up. You got to get across two 10-second call. He down 25 now. He's just two. Mike had 18 hits, 40 now. Y'all, myself, we ain't scored in 4 minutes.
The entire game changed the moment Michael Jordan took Kevin Garnett's trash talk personally. Instantly, Jordan flipped a switch, locking in on defense and dominating on offense with ruthless efficiency. What had been a competitive game quickly turned into a one-sided showcase as Jordan dismantled the Timberwolves with precision. Garnett and his teammates were left stunned, unable to contain the onslaught. The Bulls went on a commanding run, crushing any hopes of a Minnesota comeback. Years later, Garnett admitted how drained he and the team felt afterward and how deeply he regretted poking the bear. Provoking one of the greatest players in history came at a high cost.
I was like, Jay, man, my bad, dog. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He like, it's cool, man. I told you, shut your ass up, man. You're not funny. So you got in between the game right there where you like, damn. Next thing you know, we up there like this. Mike came down. Okay, young fella. Okay, damn, young fella. Damn, y'all done? Damn, young fella.
After that game, Kevin Garnett learned a valuable lesson. Mess with the bull, and you get the horns. To truly understand Michael Jordan's place in NBA history, we need to look even further back before Magic and Bird to a time when the league was dominated by big men. In that era, it was rare for a shooting guard to become the face of the NBA. But there was one exception before Jordan, Jerry West. Jerry West's impact on the game was so significant that his silhouette became the NBA's iconic logo. He was admired not just for his remarkable skill and competitive drive, but also for his class humility and deep respect for fellow greats. Beyond his playing days, West became a legendary talent evaluator, helping shape multiple NBA dynasties over the decades. His opinion has always carried serious weight, which is why it meant so much that he was an outspoken admirer of Michael Jordan.
I really like Michael Jordan. He and I are friends. And he never changes. This guy has done more spectacular things than any basketball player. The thing that people don't realize is some of the stuff he did. He was the best defensive player. Yeah, yes, absolutely. He was the best offensive player.
There's a bit of sweet irony here because it's easy to imagine an older generation once saying the same things about Jerry West that we now say about Michael Jordan. When it came to perimeter play, West was unmatched, the best offensive and defensive guard of his era, performing at an elite level night after night. So it's no surprise that he and Jordan, though never opponents on the court, share a deep mutual respect. Another name that's grown even bigger off the court than on it is Kenny the Jet Smith. Known today as a media personality on Inside the NBA, Kenny was also a skilled shooting guard during the 1990s, fully aware of Michael Jordan's dominance firsthand. What many fans don't realize is that he and MJ were actually teammates at the University of North Carolina before their NBA careers took off. Kenny has often offered unique insight into Jordan's early years. Even back then, he says Jordan's work ethic was on another level. As a young college athlete, MJ was already obsessed with perfecting every aspect of his game, a drive that left no doubt he was destined for greatness.
Never stops working, man. Like, his stuff is not an accident. Like, it's not like, oh, he was gifted. No. He was the most fundamentally sound player that ever played the game. If you watch the videos, his left hand is in the correct passing lane. His footwork is impeccable. Offensively, his jab step is, he's the always ball move, feet stay still. Like, all of those things were all the time. And then he was the best athlete. Most guys who were athletic didn't rely on that. Right,
On Draymond Green's podcast, he revealed that Michael Jordan wasn't flawless when he first entered the league. In fact, he had several weaknesses early in his career. According to Kenny Smith, one of the most noticeable was Jordan's ball handling, which at the time allowed Smith to effectively challenge him on the court. But what stood out even more was Jordan's response. Smith witnessed Jordan's obsessive work ethic up close, watching as he dedicated entire summers to addressing and eliminating every weakness. Jordan refused to let any flaw linger, constantly refining his game until